If you're still diving with a regular action camera, I'm gonna show you how we completely upgraded our dive footage. Welcome back to Generations Below. We're a father-son dive team. We're not instructors, we're not pros, just everyday divers sharing tips, tricks, and gear reviews. Let's get into it. Traditional action cameras miss most of what's actually happening when you're diving. They force divers to multitask, stress about framing, and often come back with incomplete or unusable footage anyway. You need to be focused on diving, not being a cameraman, and your gear setup isn't helping you tell the full story. Switching to 360 cameras flips the entire equation on its head. That's why we literally own 3 of these things. We have 2 X5s and an X4. They're not just part of our kit, they're what makes our dive content possible. And we've tested enough setups to know what works in real conditions. Here's why we switched and why you probably should too. First, it catches what you would have missed. Dive footage is chaotic. You think you're filming cool stuff and then later you realize that the coolest part was going on just out of frame or out of your peripheral or even behind you. With 360, that doesn't happen anymore. You're recording the full sphere, above, below, side to side. So if a critter glides past you while you're shooting in one direction, you still get that shot. You don't have to be lucky, you just have to be recording. You also catch your own reactions and third-person shots, which are sometimes some of the best footage that you get. Second, it helps keep you focused on diving and not filming. This is huge, guys. As a diver, your main concern should be safety. If you're constantly focused on your camera and what you're aiming it at, you're dividing your concentration and you're increasing your task loading, which is not a good thing. With 360, you can just hit the record button, hold your selfie stick out there, or hold your DPV that it's mounted onto, and literally forget about it. You dive, you stay present, and the footage is all handled by the camera. You don't have to wonder, was that in frame? Did I get that shot? It captures everything. You shoot now and direct later. It's like having a built-in dive buddy who never misses a shot. Third, it's so simple that my 13-year-old captures brilliant shots with this thing. I'm not kidding, guys. My son Gunnar dives with me, and he's able to capture amazing footage that I don't think he would have been able to do with a traditional action camera. Some of the best content that we have came from him shooting with the X4. And I think that's because the complexity is offloaded into editing. It makes filming easy even for new divers. You don't need to be a cinematographer underwater. You just need good stabilization and a plan. Fourth, the trick shots and camera moves you can pull off with this thing are ridiculous. This is where 360 unlocks shots that were never possible for me in the past. We've made orbit shots, awesome over-the-shoulder third-person angles, some amazing environmental shots where we literally stick the camera in caves and crevices and then swim up to it, all from one camera, and we don't have to do anything except for hit record. Bonus tip, if you have a long enough selfie stick, like one of those 10-footers, when you're on the surface, you can actually simulate drone shots with these things that are really, really cool. And I'm not talking about being flashy or overcomplicating things. It's about having options. And really, the 360 cameras simplify your rig. You don't even need someone else filming you. All that production value comes from a single camera on a single mount, a few swipes in editing, and you make fantastic cinematic shots. Now, I get it. There is a learning curve. I went through it too, but I can tell you right now, it's totally worth it. If you've never edited 360 footage, it looks pretty intimidating. But the software is getting better, and once you understand reframing and keyframes, it's just like telling a story with a few clicks of your mouse. Here's the truth. Once you see what's possible, you're not gonna go back. I know we didn't. Traditional action cams feel blind by comparison. So if you dive and want better footage, less stress, more story, more angles, this is the upgrade. All of my favorite dives have been shot using the Insta360 X4 because I get to focus on the dive, not filming. I want to know how you use your 360 cam underwater. Drop it in the comments and I'm going to try it out. If this helps, smash that subscribe button because next up I'm going to show you why some divers say the Ocean Reef Neptune 3 full face mask is dangerous and why we still use it. If you're new to the channel, here's something awesome. We hide real treasure underwater. We call it the hunt. If you find one of our custom coins, you win high-end dive gear from brands that we actually trust. You can check out those treasure drops and the clues on where to find the coins right here on the channel. The hunt is on.